Good. Sure. 10th dimension.
Hello.
I think our sound is up. Are we in there, Jason?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we're in. I'd like to welcome all the viewers back to our almost daily show, which is kind of staggered its schedule just of late. What is the official schedule that's coming up for the next little while?
Well, we've officially decided that 10
Sounds
o'clock
fishy.
our time, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Sorry.
Nice work.
Which is I guess 4 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, if you're curious. We
For
are
our
going
British
to
viewers.
we're going to talk. Ron and I will talk every other day, and Rob will do every other day.
Every other day of the week is fine. So yes, we're imagining the 10th dimension live streaming TV shows that are just kicking butt lately, and we've been getting a lot of viewers and a lot of reaction, and had some interviews from some interesting people. Who was the fellow that came on and spoke with Rob the other day? Maybe you can outline that. That was kind of interesting.
Ben Lovett.
And what's his claim to fame?
His claim to fame, which we'll reiterate again and again, is that he smashed both iPods and PS3s. Yeah. On the line.
On the line.
When
he protested the whole idea of materialism, I guess was his thing. But he has a website that's kind of promoting some interesting stuff called Educated Earth.
Right.
What's the story behind that?
Well, I think it's trying to be a portal to just present science videos and educational videos. I think he was calling it edutainment.
That's right. You know, there's a rapper actually from.
I think I've heard the term before, but
yeah, edutainment. Chris, I forget his name. What his name was, the guy. But yeah, edutainment. It's interesting. There kind of is a plethora of sites sort of going up nowadays. Dealing with holistic stuff, and well, there's a plethora of all kinds of sites. But definitely this Imagining the 10th Dimension site that Rob Bryanton has established here, and is kind of falling into a popular new realm of awareness type TV and what have you. Hello, whoever they were, they left. Awareness type, awareness information, along with all the various other things. I mean, up with Al Gore. I heard something interesting about the Al Gore movie the other day. The fellow who runs eBay, who's a Canadian apparently, and who founded it, financed that show and produced it actually for him. The Al Gore movie that has swept the nation back and forth. And I thought that was interesting. And apparently Bill Gates has a huge part of his whole work now is to do with sort of work to do with underprivileged countries and stuff like that. He apparently distributed a vaccine like in a full nation. He's gone into philanthropy into such a huge degree, and it's kind of interesting to think that Bill Gates actually has a phenomenal amount of stuff he's done and is doing actively, spreading out some of his wealth throughout the world. So it's kind of interesting to think that it takes all kinds. I mean, some rich folks are just extraordinarily rich, and some are extraordinarily rich but also pour it back into the world.
He sort of became rich beyond his control.
Yeah.
Well, it was just like,
Yeah.
It's sort of like, I guess it's I kind of imagine a tumor. It's like, well, it's this little seed, like, so he made this operating system, whatever, and then everybody started using it, and then just the wealth, you couldn't stop it from coming in.
No, but it's interesting to think that he took that tumor and said, okay, well, I'll think 500 million into this month on something to vaccinate underprivileged people, whatever, in a place where there's a kind of a desperate circumstance. It's interesting to think of that, because certainly not all wealthy folks and ultrasonically wealthy are spreading their money around like that. Money being the issue, eh? It's interesting. We were talking about money, Jason and I, a couple weeks ago, and one quote was it slows people down when you don't have it, and it speeds things up out of control when you have too much of it, kind of thing. So
it's
we call
It's
it
a regulator.
a brand of permission. Yeah, if you have money, you have permission to do things that you might not be able to do if you don't have the money. So that's and that's why we're here,
What?
because we have too much money.
Right.
We're help spreading it out. What was the question we had?
I don't know if it's related. He had a tumor? No.
No,
Bill
that-
Gates didn't have a tumor.
No, unfortunately, no.
I think, yeah, I guess it's sort of it's curious how sort of money is the deciding factor on helping people, or just it doesn't seem like, I guess we've been talking about illusions quite a bit lately, but like money is an illusion in my view, and it's just like this. You know, you're depending on this illusion to help people, and like the people suffering is much more real than than the cost.
A construct it is. Yeah, it's like a social construct. Money is. You know, it's like time and money. The two illusions that we hold on to most dearly are basically you know, just illusions. You know.
And then money is time.
Money is time, you know,
Time
so
is
really
money.
it was just the one thing that it's money and or time we're talking about here today. You should gear up some music and we can fit that into our space. That would be interesting. We've talked a lot on this site about, on our show, about creativity and the flight of the creator sort of through from the beginning of an idea to the fruition of an idea, and then the various reactions that people have to art forms and stuff, and how they're always sort of divergent. Like we were saying one time, someone might look at a painting and see one thing, and then the next person sees something totally different and has their own meaning to it. So it was kind of the complexity of creativity that brought us to it, because of these the idea of functioning within 10 dimensions and stuff like that kind of got us thinking, well, what are the strings that are pulling our you know, our lines when we're doing creative stuff, you know. And we talked about how something has appeal and some things don't, and what that means, and it's kind of interesting, the creative process. If anyone who's watching has a thing that they do creatively, it would be interesting to hear your thoughts on that. Ryan has some music. Go ahead.
I don't know. I just had a technical curiosity. We're sitting in front of a green screen right now, and I have a green cup.
Which disappears, but not on your broadcast, which is fascinating. Bring some.
Sorry.
That was a good experiment.
I just had to stop there because
We've got.
it's hard to watch and talk at the same time.
You've got the. Go ahead with your finding your tunes. This is a major chord I'm playing right now, and watch what happens when I change it after. So it's resonating this major, bright feeling of positivity, and change one note, and it's sad.
What would you like to hear? Should I play something
Anything.
related to what I've made, or?
Well, you know what you can do is
what-
play the remix that you made. Now, we have a karaoke contest going on here, and it's also kind of morphing into I think, a sort of a remix also thing.
remix contest.
A remix contest. That
But it's
you,
more karaoke at the moment.
well, definitely, we have a $500 prize, actually, for anyone who does the so-called best version of one of the songs that Rob created that goes along hand in hand with the book Imagining the 10th Dimension. And he's created 6 songs that go along with the book in content and stuff like that. And